Hello again, everybody. Tiger727 back with another video. I'll get to the player index card you see there in front of you here in just a minute. But I've been making YouTube videos now since March or April. I was watching a lot of videos since last summer and kind of got me excited and figured that's why it made me start my channel back in the early spring. So the reason I bring that up is I have 40 some subscribers, but I wanted to thank Sports Card Collector 959, otherwise known as Big Mike. Excuse me. He mentioned my channel over the weekend, this past weekend, and since then I've probably added about another 5 or 10 subscribers, people commenting on my channel, so I do greatly appreciate that. And one of the things that kept me from doing a video or doing videos, and I'm not a big social media guy, and people are probably wondering, you're not a social media guy, what are you showing off your collection for on Facebook, or I'm sorry, on YouTube? But I don't know, I guess it was the fact of being cooped up at home at that time of year. There's a little bit more flexibility now where we can get out a little bit, but especially that time was stay at home, don't go anywhere type thing, and other than work. So I needed to expand my horizons a little bit and get to at least be involved with more people. So that's been fun. I've met a lot of good people and made some trades. So it's been a lot of fun. So I appreciate that to everybody else that's been watching my videos. So kind of leads me into this card of me being somewhat of a private person. As you can tell, if you watch all my videos, I never show who I am or my face. But if you watch my last 2 videos ago, you'll see I'm doing a collection of all players that were born in northern Michigan. So I was doing some searching about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, of William Burrich, who was born in Calumet, Michigan. A small town, well, now a small town in northern Michigan. Back in the early 1900s, it was quite the large town with all the mining and the copper mines that were going on up there. Hundreds of mines, very, very populated area in the early 1900s. So I was just doing some searching and happened to come across these index cards, which you can see from the bottom of the card is the Heilbroner Baseball Bureau, which I had never heard of until I saw these cards. And come to find out, from the early 1900s all the way up to the 1980s, from the little bit of research that I've done, every baseball player had to fill this card out, and it got them into the baseball encyclopedia, their stats, and allowed them to be put into the baseball encyclopedia. So I ended up finding this card, and I happened to see he was born in Calumet, Michigan, which happens to be my hometown. And I was like, basically gotta have it. And I liked it on eBay just to follow it, just to see what prices were. And I was looking at some other, because the guy that's selling them, I believe he was out of Alabama, had a ton of these. Apparently he bought a large collection. And so I just hit the follow button, and short time later he sends me an offer that I couldn't refuse, so I picked it up. So you'll see there, last name of Birch, 1937, first name of William. He's got, at the time, whenever he filled this out, he was living in Chicago, but you see his birthplace there was Calumet, Michigan. In small lettering next to Calumet, you'll see it says he was rejected by the Army. But if you read some stuff online about him, it says he actually spent about 3 years in the Army, which, based on Baseball Reference, I would assume is probably accurate. So I don't know why it says rejected on there. But he had he played in 42. He had 25 games in 1942 that he played, and then he played in only 2 games in 1946. So I'm assuming that gap was maybe his Army stint between 42 and 46. Not sure. But I don't know. These cards, and then you flip on the backside, and again, from the little bit of research that I've done, let me flip it upright. Nobody can read upside down. And see if it focuses. But they got to put the teams that they played on over the years, whether it was minor league or major league or whatever. So it's kind of hard to read some of these. Looks like I'm assuming that's Macon, Georgia, Allentown, Pennsylvania. But he did play for the Phillies, and he was a shortstop, I believe. Let me double check that. Yes, shortstop and a third baseman. He batted right and threw right. He was 6 foot, 180 pounds. He was born in 1918. So, he did make it to the majors for a short time. Career stats, 27 games, 81 at-bats, 4 runs, 23 hits, 1 double, and 7 RBIs. So that's his career stats. Nothing to write home about, or anything that's going to get him anywhere near the Hall of Fame. But just for the fact that it was, local history for me, and as you know from my previous video, I'm trying to collect the cards of players that were born in northern Michigan or have a serious tie to here. And obviously, according to this, he was born in northern Michigan. One thing I did find out about one of the most recent ball players that grew up in northern Michigan would be Kevin Tapani. Tapani played till the early 2000s and was actually born in Iowa, but grew up in northern Michigan. But getting back to Mr. Birch, the best I could tell is there are no cards of him so far. So if anybody comes across one or happens to know of one or has one, or in your research happen to find one, please let me know, because the best I could search through eBay and trading card database, I was not able to find any. So pretty excited to have this. Probably I'll have to do some checking with PSA and see if this is something that they would even grade. I don't know if it was. If somebody else has had something like this graded, please let me know. Other than that, that's what I wanted to show you. I got a few other things coming in the mail. I've been spending a lot of time organizing, trying to get my basement somewhat organized now that I have a little bit of free time. So I've been spending a lot of time doing that, not really doing a ton of buying lately. Just trying to get things straightened up. So hope everybody's doing well. Talk to you later.